Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and I'm super happy to be here. Today is one of the best days in my entire life because I got tickets for Lana Del Rey. I'm going to see her next June in Milano and I'm so excited, guys. I'm such a fan. I love her so much. But that's not what today's video is about. Today we're going to be filming a Q&A about life in Rome, Sapienza, I think also my course at La Sapienza, how much I spend on things, and yeah, I just really hope that I can help you guys out a bit. I got so many questions about all of those kind of topics that it's pretty difficult for me to cover all of them in one video, except like for making it like 1 hour long. but yeah, I'm going to be doing several videos like this so I can really try to answer like almost all of your questions or all of them. I really hope so because I really want to help you guys. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question I'm going to be talking about is it hard to get into La Sapienza? So I looked it up online because I was actually not sure what their acceptance rate is, but online it says that the acceptance rate is 39%, which is not really high. But I do want to say that I believe that there is a distinction between Italian courses, like courses that La Sapienza is ranking really high in, and English taught courses, because obviously La Sapienza is one of the best universities in Italy, so many Italians want to go there and study something in Italian, of course. But if you're a foreigner and you want to apply to a course that might be also very new, like my class, like Global Humanities, for example, then I believe it might be easier for you to get in. But that's just like kind of what I heard from my Italian friends and my friends from all over the world. So it's just like not really a fact, but that might make a difference. So yeah, I really hope that you get in and good luck. So another person asked how to get a letter of recommendation from your teacher. So I'm pretty sure that you only have to send in one. I remember that I applied to other universities where you had to send in two, that's why I'm clarifying it. And it also has to be in English or Italian, I believe. So I took a gap year after high school, which means that I wasn't really in contact that much with my teachers anymore, of course. But what I did was I just pretty much asked. So I would recommend that you ask one of your teachers for a letter of recommendations in a subject that you either have been really good in and where the teacher really knows you and knows that you were always active during class and that we're always just participating and, you know, showing interest in the topic, or a class that is very much related to what you want to do. And I do believe that whoever you ask a letter of recommendation from, it should be someone that can say something about the field that you want to go in as well. So I personally would not ask for a letter of recommendation from my biology teacher because I am studying humanities now. So yeah, but usually you can just ask and then they should, yeah, just write you a letter of recommendation. So someone else asked, I will be visiting as an Erasmus student in February. What are some things to expect or watch out for? Any advice? So as for advice, I would say that even though Italians are always perceived as like being very welcoming and just like very open and everything, at least like that's how it's like for me coming from Germany. Like to us, Italians are always just like very like friendly and like open and like all of that. I do want to say that even though the culture seems like very welcoming, it's very important for you to just immerse yourself into the culture. So I think just like any advice, like try to really just like learn as much about the culture as you can, try to learn the language, make an effort to actually just like immerse yourself into, yeah, just like the city, the culture. And I also think that even though many people say it's like more difficult to find friends from Italy if you're an Erasmus student, I believe that if you really just put yourself out there and if you just try to make an effort to meet people, like maybe you can join some sports clubs. Also Sapienza offers like a lot of sports clubs, or maybe you can take an extra class because La Sapienza also offers like additional classes that you can take or events to go to. There are so many events for Erasmus people especially, and I think that if you just like you know, try to participate in as many activities as you can, just like, and if you're just like outgoing, I think that finding friends or making connections is definitely not a problem. So that's just one piece of advice I would give. But also, I personally would suggest you to not only focus on making Italian friends, because of course you're in the country and you want to meet people who are from there, but I believe that also something very beautiful about Erasmus or like studying abroad in general is that you get to meet so many people from so many different cultures. So don't be all sad about like making Italian friends, because there's so many amazing people from all over the world there, and it's such a rich exchange of cultures, and I believe that really makes it beautiful. Also, for your Erasmus, I mean, I've never done Erasmus, I just studied abroad like for 3 years. I might do Erasmus next year, so if anyone has any tips for me, let me know. But what I believe is really important is just to really try to make the most out of it in every sense. Like, just go out of your comfort zone, try to broaden your horizon, and try to just like really also explore new things about yourself. Like, maybe somebody invites you to do something that you've never done before and you would normally say no, but maybe this is the opportunity to say yes. So yeah, just try out as many things as you can, I think. And yeah, please don't be scared. Please don't go into it and be thinking like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make any friends, or that everything's going to be difficult. Just go into it with a positive mindset, and you will meet the right people and you will get the right opportunities, and don't be scared. Like, it's all going to be fine and you'll have a great time. So someone else asked how to find an apartment in Rome, or how did you find your apartment? I found my apartment on Roomless, which is a website. I'm gonna write it up here, but I also have an entire video about how to find an apartment in Rome, because I know it's so difficult. So if you want to check that out, I'm gonna link it down below, and yeah, just go watch that, because it has all of my tips and tricks in it, and I really would say that I have like quite a few tips, so yeah, check it out. So here someone asked, what are the most important things that you need to get into La Sapienza? Okay, first of all, you need to write a motivational letter. You need to have a letter of recommendation in English or Italian. You need to have your high school diploma, of course. You also need to have an English language test. Then you have to do a talk test, but you can do that like until October, I believe, after your pre-enrollment. But for your enrollment, like, that's what you need. And you also of course need a visa because and please like try to get your visa as soon as possible, because I have so many friends who struggled so much with getting their visa. Also, after your pre-enrollment, you have to translate your high school diploma into Italian, or let it be translated by someone, and also let it be verified, which I think you can either do by the Italian embassy in your country or an online website, which I'm not entirely sure what it's called. My phone is out of storage, no! But okay, so you need to get your Italian like high school diploma, so you need to get it translated, and you need to get it verified for sure, which you can either do through the embassy, but it usually takes some time, or you can do it, but it costs you like 100 euros, so yeah. So the next question is, what do you study at La Sapienza? Is it difficult? So I study global humanities, which I also mentioned in another video that I already filmed, and you can check it out as well. It's just like general information about La Sapienza and my experience, all of that. I don't believe it's super difficult for me, so I think you can definitely prepare yourself very well for all of your exams. I believe that La Sapienza is a university that really relies on you studying what you need to study for the exam, and it's just like the lectures are not mandatory as well, so you don't have to attend. So it really focuses on you doing what you need to do to really understand the topic. And of course, like, the lectures are very helpful, but like at the end of the day, like, we don't have weekly tasks or assignments or anything, so you really need to be like focused on what you want to study and very self-organized. And that's what I believe might be difficult for some people, because that's really not what we learn in high school. But I think it's really good, because I believe it really prepares us for our later job in life as well, because yeah, you just need to be self-organized, and yeah, so I think for me it works very well, because I really like to structure myself, and yeah, so I wouldn't say it's like necessarily difficult, but of course like there lies a difficulty in really understanding how to structure yourself and everything. So yeah. Also, I do have to say that we have a lecture-free period, which is usually from like mid-December until the end of February. And in the time of January and February, we can choose our exams. So usually there are 3 exam dates for every class that you take, and you can choose one of them. If you want to, you can also retake the exam. So if you're not happy with your mark, or if you didn't pass, you can just retake it for the other 2 dates that are still there in February or January. Or you can also still retake it in the session in summer. So you definitely have a lot of tries. I think you can even take an exam up to like 7 times, like if you didn't pass, but I'm not entirely sure about that, so don't mark my word for it. But you can definitely retake it many times. So that definitely like relieves your stress as well. And I think that that's very student friendly. So yeah, I think it's not necessarily like difficult or more difficult than other universities. So yeah. So next question is, how much does your education cost? So there is different ways like that Sapienza calculates how much you have to pay. So they have like different kinds of structures for their fees, like how they charge them. For my course, it is differentiated into 3 different categories. And since I'm from Germany, I pay the highest fees. So someone else asked, how do you usually do your meals at university or at home? I really like to cook, so I usually just eat at home and I just cook something for myself. Just something very simple like pasta, for example. But I do know that that at La Sapienza they also have a cafeteria, so I heard that the meals there are about like 2 to 3 euro, but I've never been there, so I can't really say that for sure, but at least that's what I heard. So close to the main campus, like pretty much like right next to it, there should be the cafeteria, and there you can have your meals as well. Next question is, I'm going to Sapienza next year and I would like to know how much you usually spend on food. So as I said, I usually cook at home, so I don't spend that much money grocery shopping. I would say I spend like maybe 20 euro a week on grocery shopping. And then of course, if I go out and eat out, I would say I spend around like 8 euro, 9 euro for pasta, for example, or for pizza it's usually like 6 euro, 7 euro. That's around, I would say, the average price. And yeah, I can also do several videos about just how much I spent in Rome. So please let me know if you would be interested in that, because I'm more than happy to film it. And yeah. So someone here asked, what is the minimum salary in Italy and the per annum university fees? So I think I already covered the university fees. About the minimum salary in Italy, it is a difficult topic because there is no such thing as a minimum salary, which is also why it can be really difficult to find a job that actually pays you well, especially in Rome. I do also want to say that the living costs are way lower than, for example, in Germany, where the minimum salary is like 13 euro 50 now. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously life in Rome is not as expensive as here, so it makes sense that the pay is also less. But I would say that the pay is like really low. I heard so many stories of people who got paid like 5 euro an hour or even 4 euro an hour. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because there's like very little jobs in Rome for students, especially for international students. And so it's really difficult to find a job, first of all. And second of all, everyone knows that it's so difficult to find a job. People are literally so desperate that they just take any job they can get. So yeah, they're getting pretty exploited, I would say. So yeah, that's very bad. And yeah, I just really hope that you can find something good, or maybe try to find a job online. But yeah, that's unfortunate, like very unfortunate. So yeah, there is unfortunately no minimum salary. Also, someone asked, are you on Snapchat? I do have Snapchat, but I really don't use it, and I also just delete it at times because my phone is on such low storage that I just really don't have storage for Snapchat. But I just use it with my friends, like my closest friends, to keep in touch, because I think it's a really nice way to just keep in touch with some people that you don't see a lot. But I don't really use it in general. I don't really use social media that much actually, but yeah. So the last question for today is one that I find really cute. So she said, I enjoy your vibe a lot and I also really like your style. I would love to see a video on looks and tips, and also which style do you follow? First of all, thank you so much love your way. That's so cute, really. I don't think I have like a particular style. I would say that I do like to, like, for example, follow like celebrities that kind of look like me in a sense, so like that have the same like hair color and the same like features in a sense, because I think it's like really interesting to see what looks good on them and what they wear, so that kind of gives me inspiration. Also, I am a Gossip Girl fan at heart, so I really like Serena's style in Gossip Girl. I would say I follow it like to an extent, but yeah, I wouldn't say that I have like a particular style. For any tips, I would really just say wear what you like. If you feel confident in it, that's the best thing you can wear. Like, I really think it's about what you radiate in a sense and not really about what you actually wear. Maybe like also one other thing about me is I really do like to shop secondhand or vintage, because I think you just always find like the most unique pieces there. And also I don't want to like support fast fashion that much, but yeah, just wear whatever you like, and if it makes you happy, then you're gonna radiate that and it's gonna look amazing. So yeah, that's all the tips I can give for now, at least. If you want me to talk about my style or like style tips or anything like in general, please let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope that it helped you, and I will be doing more of those Q&A kind of videos in the future, so please comment questions that you have down below. And yeah, I'll see you soon, and have a great rest of your day, and yeah, bye guys.